after the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shawty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cop the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. No money, now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it, I'm like, you funny. Laughing at my haters like, you dummies. The night is young, girl, what can you do for me? 6 figures, 5 shows, big ballin'. Look, I'm very important. I took a break, had some things I had to get sorted. I might retire in my prime like I'm M. Jordan. Table dancing in Southampton. Use the glasses for banners. Be cooling out in the whip, but I done dared every girl on my list. KD at the 3, Djokovic with the racket. Phelps in the pool, I'm like Speed at the Masters. Girl, you know you a bad. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cop the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Another day in the USA. Just another day in America. Kids from my hood look up to the system set us up for failure. I just want to make enough to pay dividends, then invest in black businesses. They teach us to hate what we see in the mirror, but it can't break our spirit.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Play action. Here's Stafford. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Preston Smith in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Set. Go 20. Stafford. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he fires one, but incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a 1st down. threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jarrett Davis coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford over the middle here to Brown. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Flex round! Flex round!
He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
53.
After the run, now Stafford going to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
You got it. You got it. 319. Coco, over here.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He completes it to Bryant. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Caught on the right side by Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And Detroit getting set to go now. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier and knock him down for a loss.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
4 down. 11.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken in at the 11. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He's got a man. Complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
Of course we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer, but you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
I showed it right there, outside of the pocket and on the money. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's first and 10 from the 45. On first down, Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Touchdown, Packers! Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Set, lady. They're running it.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And shedding through the tackle. Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
That's a nice run by Kerryon Johnson, the rookie out of Auburn who went in the 2nd round to the Lions. And Brandon, you have to give Lions credit. They keep trying to find that running back that can be dependable for them so they don't have to use Theo Riddick as more of a 3rd down back as their primary ball carrier.
They're certainly hoping to find it in Johnson, the 2017 SEC Player of the Year. They go play action here on first down. He's going to fire one deep. He's got it at the 15. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. It's a big play there for the Lions. 42 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Hey, tag 50 left.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Keith Marshall, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. Prater for the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll have excellent field position to begin this drive as he's all the way up to midfield at the 50.
After return to midfield, I just wish we could open up the heads of the offensive and defensive coordinators, because right now the wheels have to be spinning because things just changed. Offensive playbook just opens up, and now on defense, do you play aggressively or do you lay back a little bit to try and calm things down?
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
319, 258.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Stops short of the 25. The nice move couldn't ultimately free him. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On play action. Now Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. There's the first NFL catch for a name to remember, Equanimous St. Brown. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Equanimous St. Brown. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Packers add on to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now this time he'll look to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Preston Smith in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Set! 180! Zebra! Hey, go here! Keep it there!
Out of the gun, Stafford. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is fielded at the 27. Oh, nice move at midfield. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Throwing is Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On play action, Rodgers. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Rodgers again now. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back. That penalty will move them back.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Right back 26. Hey, hot.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Big 20.
They'll run with Marshall, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. The Lions on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Trio right. Trio right. I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense. Hey, Red. Hey, hot.
From the gun, Stafford. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well.
Here we go. Hey, tag 50 left. Set. 80.
Stafford on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Going deep here for Bryant. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Rodgers now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out now come the Lions. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. The final shot before the break, Stafford. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top as well. So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair, and he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I look, well, all right, never mind. Third quarter action now. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Box it, box it, box it, box it.
They'll go again to Jones. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This from 54 yards away. And Crosby puts it through, and that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Shifts by him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll start by running the option to the right. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face a 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that 1st down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. On the crossing route, complete. It's James. A very solid gain of 27.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Mike Daniels in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now they'll run it on the toss. Fights off the defender. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A good positive play there, 9 yards, but still 3rd and long.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw in that play, they'll run right through those attempted plays.
Now it's Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Stafford now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. This is Marshall. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They get it to him running left. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Hey, tag 58 right. Stay 50, stay 50. Set, 180.
Operating from the gun. Stafford. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. In for the score. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Prater on to add the extra point. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead now down to 20. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Room to run past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
4 down. 319.
Back now at Ford Field. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. The give is to Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Here's Jones. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
319. 26.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. A dump underneath to Jones. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And Crosby puts it through. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 27. Here's Stafford. He's going to look deep down the field. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the rookie corner, Jair Alexander.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Again, it's Jones. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field, and that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give them the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there?
Yeah,
because
possibly.
I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
To throw is Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. They've got his man complete. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Packers continue to roll. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Nifty move. And now running right through it. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The Lions on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and a mile. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And that is incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just dropped to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And this is incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing, too.
Oh, she's at least...
She's on, like, the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. After the run, now Stafford going to throw. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. The Lions on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, here's Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Adrian Amos with a pick. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And into the end zone, it's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play, a pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deep.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And this is going to be Packer football.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
Yeah, and if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that.
Green 18. Inside.
A give to Jones. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, he was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Green 18. Go to 50.
They'll pitch it out to Jones. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. This is Jones. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more on that one and another first down. Well, Charles.